Welcome to Carlsbad, where adventure runs deep. You're listening to KCCC 9:30 a.m. I'm Hattie here in Cavern City, and it's time for Midweek Matters, bringing you both the best upcoming events and interesting micro news from around Carlsbad and Eddy County. We'll start with what's happening around town and on campus, then give you the quick news that affects your daily life. Before we begin, though, a reminder. If you have events, community news, or spotlight requests to share, please submit them through our contact form at kccc930am.com. First up, Lego Time is happening Wednesday, July 23rd at the Carlsbad Public Library. Build, create, and let your imagination run wild with our collection of Legos. The event starts at 4 p.m. and is perfect for all ages who love to build. Attention students and families! Miguel Briones will be presenting Macho Not Machismo this Thursday, July 24th at the Carlsbad Public Library. This award-winning illustrator, author, and distinguished educator will share his experiences and community stories. There are 2 sessions, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. in English and 2 p.m. in Espanol. Miguel hopes to inspire and empower future generations of writers and artists by uplifting the lived experiences of Chicanos, Hispanics, Latinos, and those who have been historically marginalized. Thursday, July 24th, adults should know about Summer's End Adult Bad Art Night at the Carlsbad Public Library. Adults have the opportunity to make their own bad art at this event starting at 5 p.m. Choose from a variety of materials and create your own piece or try to recreate a famous one. It doesn't have to be good. They just want you to have fun. The Carlsbad Farmers and Makers Market opens Saturday, July 26th at 9 a.m. on North Canal Street at the Eddy County Courthouse lawn. Come support local vendors and artisans. For more information, contact Carlsbad Main Street at 575-628-3768. Are you looking to swap seeds and sprouts? The Carlsbad Public Library is organizing Caffeine and Cultivate, a seeds and sprouts swap this Saturday, July 26th, beginning at 9:30 a.m. Join fellow gardeners at 101 South Halegueno Street for this community exchange. Students won't want to miss that SENMC summer final exams begin Monday, July 28th, and continue through Thursday, July 31st. Good luck to all students completing their summer coursework. The Eddy County Commissioners will meet on Tuesday, July 29th from 8:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the Commissioners' Chambers, 101 West Green Street in Carlsbad. This is an opportunity for residents to stay informed about county government decisions that affect our community, or to comment on the potential for above-ground interim storage of nuclear waste in the Lee and Eddy County border area. You may remember that I told you the Supreme Court recently ruled that Texas did not have standing to sue the Nuclear Regulatory Commission over their plan, clearing the first of several hurdles toward its reality. The case has gone back to the lower court with the ruling overturned to be reconsidered. The state of New Mexico also opposed the plan and has forbidden state regulatory agencies from issuing permits to nuclear storage facilities. There is no agenda yet for the next meeting as of this recording. However, a public comment period is available at each regular meeting. If you want them to continue pursuing this opportunity to bring more nuclear jobs and subsequent environmental risk, or if you oppose it, sooner rather than later is better for comment. And finally, a reminder that kids ages 8 to 10 should know about the Plantitas and Friends Bilingual Gardening and Pot Painting Workshop on Wednesday, July 30th at 9:30 a.m. Let's grow juntos. Join us for a fun hands-on gardening and painting workshop where kids will plant seeds, learn how gardens grow, and paint and design their own pots. For more information, call Yadira Hernandez at 575-234-9247. This event is sponsored by HSI Grant Services and funded by the Department of Education. Saturday, August 9th, we're celebrating National Night Out, bringing together residents and first responders, starting at 8 a.m. and going all day. There will be a 5K walk-run, free foods and drinks, jumpers and games, face paintings, and giveaways. For more information, visit www.co.eddy.nm.us and check out the upcoming episode of Community Forum featuring National Night Out with me, Johnny Chandler, and Savannah Cabazuela, Eddy County Public Information Officer, either online or when it airs tomorrow noon on KCCC 930 AM radio. Now it's time for Eddy County Quickies Micro News. According to Source New Mexico, the Trump administration is withholding $612 million in education funding from New Mexico, representing 13% of the state's education budget. This includes money for K-12 schools, adult education, after-school programs, and teacher training. All three of New Mexico's House representatives joined 145 other lawmakers asking for immediate release of the funds, while New Mexico and 15 other states have sued the Education Department over the freeze. New Mexico ranks 50th in the nation currently in education for the 8th consecutive year. The Los Alamos Reporter tells us that Los Alamos National Laboratory study found New Mexicans are likely among the most at-risk populations for valley fever in the United States. The fungal disease is contracted when infected soil is inhaled, with dry, dusty areas prone to dust storms being most at risk. The study analyzed over 1,500 cases over 18 years, with northwestern and southwestern New Mexico showing the highest incidence rates. The Gallup Sun Weekly tells us that NMDOT has ongoing road construction projects statewide, including significant work in southeast New Mexico affecting areas near Eddy County. Projects include US 285 improvements south of Carlsbad, State Road 128 upgrades between Carlsbad and Jal, and US Highway 82 improvements between Artesia and Maljamar. KRQE News 13 reports that the New Mexico Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Management is encouraging residents to enable emergency notifications on smartphones for weather alerts and wildfire warnings. To activate, go to Phone Settings, select Notifications, then Emergency Alerts, and enable Local Awareness. Officials recommend every family have an emergency action plan. Did you know that Eddy County Fire can help you with that? As reported by the Tri-County Record, New Mexico counties, including Eddy County and neighboring Lee and Chavez counties, say the state owes them millions for incarceration costs. According to county official, 25 counties with jails spent $383 million on operations between June 2023 and July 2024, but they only received $4.6 million in state reimbursement, just 1.2% of their costs. This is despite a 2007 law requiring state reimbursement for housing state prisoners in county jails. Counties report inadequate funding has been received from the state. Counties are considering litigation to enforce the reimbursement law. KOAT7 is reporting that New Mexico Governor Grisham issued a directive requiring children born exposed to methamphetamines, fentanyl, polysubstances, or diagnosed with fetal alcohol syndrome to be taken into state custody with a 72-hour hold to determine if they return home or remain in care. The directive changes the previous CARA plan after more than 24 babies died under the earlier system. Foster parent advocates worry about insufficient resources and foster home capacity. We're hearing from KWTV that Oklahoma Governor Stitt has dispatched a 10-person search and rescue support team to assist New Mexico with flood recovery efforts. The team is working alongside local officials in areas affected by flash flooding that has killed at least 3 people near Rio Doso. And now for our Community Corner Spotlight. Up at SENMC, I attended the first ever Radiological Control Technician graduation on Friday, July 11th. The ceremony was hosted by David Porter, co-owner of Porterhouse Inc., our partner in radiological workforce training. Porter, who has been in the nuclear industry for 46 years, spoke passionately about these bright new RCTs entering a field that's short 8,000 technicians nationwide. This presents a great opportunity for our region's residents to enter what I see as an open, stable, and well-paying career field. Porter praised Dr. Monty Harris's promise 2 years ago to expand our ability to meet the training needs of employers, workers, and job seekers in Southeast New Mexico, a promise he has continued to deliver on. Congratulations to all involved, and thank you as always for your service to the community. I spoke briefly with class valedictorian Joey Oxter and salutatorian Jeremy J. Dominguez after the event.
And how are we feeling about graduation? Are we excited? And you came in from Florida. Oh, that's so supportive. Are you excited about being a new graduate?
Yeah.
And what do you think the hardest part of your program was?
Well, it's got to be the final exams.
It's always exams, right?
Of course.
Now, I read that you have to have very good math skills to be in this program. Have you always been really good at math?
I've always thought of myself being okay. Yeah, definitely the beginning was a lot of math.
Yeah.
And it's very important later on as well.
Nice, yeah. Chemistry was the same way when I did that. There's tons of math.
And there is chemistry. There's a little bit, but not really. I mean, uranium.
That's a chemical, right?
Get it?
I love the film that just when I was like, hey, I'd love to talk to anybody afterwards. And they're like, do you know what happened to our pictures? And I was like, I have no idea. It was a really cool video. Get to see everybody in their bunny suits. I did not work nuclear, but I did work safety for a long time.
It's very, very related.
You can't do anything without the safety. So how are you feeling about your recent graduation?
I'm feeling great.
Yeah.
It was a great experience. A lot of fun. I was very nervous coming into it. Jumping into something I had no idea about, so I just kind of took a leap of faith. It turned out great.
Glad to hear that. I was talking to Joey about the difficulty and how much math is needed for the program. Were you always really good at math, or was that something you discovered here?
Actually, I have to say math is probably one of my favorite subjects in school.
Yeah.
It's been a few years since high school, so I definitely needed a bit of a refresher. It turned out pretty good. I think a lot of it started coming back to me. So even if you've been out of school for a while, I think they do a great job of making sure you're refreshed, kind of up to par.
So you're nervous about it.
Right, yeah.
The program.
So, like a lot of my nerves definitely died down as time went on. But yeah, I went into a little bit nervous just because I didn't know what I was getting into. It got more and more calm as time went on.
Nice. You started applying for jobs?
Yeah, so I've actually been interviewing for WIP, the bid process, their test as well. I'm waiting to hear back.
That's exciting.
Should be getting an answer here in a couple of weeks.
That's so great. To come right out of school and already be interviewing.
It's worked out like beautifully because I just went on a vacation too. So I'm hoping the stars align, so it'd be awesome.
That's great. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
It was great meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
That's your Midweek Matters for today from Carlsbad, the county seat of Eddy County. Thank you for listening on Artesia, Carlsbad, Hope, Loving, and all the areas in between, out in the fields and on the road. If you have an event or news item you'd like us to share, please contact us through our Contact Us form at kccc930am.com. kccc930am.com. This show was produced in partnership with Southeast New Mexico College Workforce and Community Education. As always, On Wednesdays, we celebrate the lives of those who have lived and died in Carlsbad, New Mexico, or the surrounding area, with obituaries from Dentonwood Funeral Home. Nancy Lee Whitmore, 67, passed away peacefully July 13th. Born March 28, 1958 in Morgantown, West Virginia, Nancy called Carlsbad home since the age of 2. Nancy's unwavering faith and deep love for her family were the cornerstones of her life. Her joy was found in the simple things, time spent with grandchildren, a cold glass of sweet tea, and laughter shared with loved ones. Her presence brought light, her humor brought joy, and her heart brought comfort to everyone she met. Nicolas Nico John Barrera, 34, of Carlsbad, passed away Thursday, July 10th in Corpus Christi, Texas. Born August 13th, 1990 in Carlsbad, Nico graduated from Carlsbad High in 2008. He ran cross-country for Colby Community College in Kansas, where he received All-American honors for his performance. Nico worked construction as an electrician in commercial and in the oil field. He enjoyed fishing, hunting, and being outdoors. He loved cooking out and spending time with his family. James Jim Monk, 66, of Carlsbad, passed away Tuesday, July 15th, at his home. Born May 13th, 1959, in Georgia, Jim graduated from Artesia High School in 1977 and received an associate's degree in electronics from ENMU Roswell. He worked as an electrician throughout his life. Jim was proud of the fact that he was a published author. He was affectionately known as Grandpa Chip. Our thoughts are with the families and friends of those who have passed. Go to dentonwood.com for more information on these fine folks.